Hello and welcome to another of my MechWarrior online videos. Well, here you can see I'm got a medium laser, 2 large lasers, anti-missile and 3 dakkas. Also, of course, I've got some BAP and an engine, and as you can see I can have various things in my hardpoints, so ballistic is obviously for the machine guns. Anyway, let's try this out. Now, on this up-and-coming match, if I remember correctly, I didn't do very well. I basically ran into a load of ECM, and despite me doing pretty badly, unfortunately, I was the 4th best person on our team. So out of 8 players, 4th best, and I did pretty terribly. So as you will probably no doubt gather, on this first match, we get owned pretty badly, which is a little bit embarrassing, but there you go. I am finding with matches as a beginner, but if there's a big ECM advantage, I can really struggle to get over 100 damage, and sometimes if I'm not really concentrating, that will happen as well. However, on other matches now, I'm getting much higher damage. I've had quite a few up in more like the 500 damage. Not with this particular mech, I've only just got this one. I wanted to fit 3 AC2s, or even better 3 AC5s, but that might be a bit ambitious on this particular chassis. Now, I did briefly try triple AC2s, but I thought, well, let's try the machine guns, because what most people do is they shoot your hump, you lose your AC2s, and then you're a bit useless. Also, they have tweaked the MG damage, in particular chances of criticals. So the idea with this build is I run in, zap you with my large lasers to put a nice load of damage on you. I then use the machine guns up close to shoot up all your internals and hopefully cause ammo explosions and stuff. So at the moment I've been concentrating on trying to take out people's arms and then torsos to take out main weapons and stuff. However, targeting the legs seems to be quite a good tactic, because that's where a lot of people are having to put their ammo due to double heat sinks. Now anyway, as you can see here, our team have rushed forward, and there's a load of fire going backwards and forwards, so they're obviously seen with us coming water. Now I don't really like going water on this map because it can be a little bit hit and miss. I think it all depends on how good your team tactics are. Anyway, a guy appears here and he seems to be shooting, so I think he's the enemy, but I've got one of my friendly mechs in the way. Also, he's not being highlighted, so it's probably ECM. So I light him up and put a little bit of damage on him. Unfortunately, I think I get shot in the back here by mistake. Yeah, I must be drifting left a bit and just wandered into that guy's far. So that's both of our faults, but some people would say it's my fault because I'm in front. Other people would say it's the guy behind me's fault because he can see the way I'm going. So, depends on how you view that. Anyway, that little guy's appeared again, Cicada I think it is. So pop him some things. Now I'm moving forward to support my team here, which is a little bit foolish of me, because I think the whole team is hiding behind that boat under ECM cover. And this is one of the problems with ECM, you really have to be careful. So anyway, I'm in close now, I've done some damage on him. I'm going to try and take out his cannon, which is a Gauss rifle, notice. And unfortunately a catch-back friend turns up, I wander back and clip my teammate a bit there, so apologies to him. And sadly they've taken out my hump, and you know, I'm in all sorts of bother now. So I'm really now just trying to see where everyone is and highlight them for my team. And unfortunately they're all ECM, and I was going to type what's going on there, but I decided to stop recording. And as you can see here, not brilliant. 2 minutes in the battle with 103 damage. Over 100 is what I was hoping to achieve in the first week of play, but after like a month of play I want a bit more. So anyway, let's skip on to a new battle with the same mech. This is the nice hot caustic level, and I do a lot better in this match, so I'm much more happy. Obviously a GW fan here makes a reference to Blood God, which if you know about GW you also know what dakka is. Anyway, this battle's got a little bit of a weird standoff thing going on at first, and then of course the chaos starts to ensue. Having just been absolutely destroyed in that previous match, I'm trying to keep myself safe and trying to present my left torso as much as possible to the enemy. This screen that's just popped up, if you don't know, you get by pressing the tab key, and it's quite useful to see who's alive, who's dead, who's got outrageous ping, etc. So anyway, I start wandering off this way and realise that I'm separating from my team, so I decide to come across, and they go up into the crater here, which is quite good from one point of view. It gives you command in view, and there's in theory lots of defence. The problem is it's the hottest point of the map as well. so I'm not always that keen to go right into the crater. So you'll see me, I think, wander off to the left here. In addition, it's to see if they're coming up the left-hand side. Obviously, people also like coming up around the right-hand side. What I'm pleased to say with this particular battle is we did actually get into a nice fight. What a lot of people do on this, they just charge a light all the way round the right-hand edge while they go left, or round the left-hand edge while they go right, and you end up with a base cap and the game's all over. Anyway, large lasers, so give him a zap. I then quickly realise he's got PPC, so I'm starting to get a bit nervous, so I'm heading for cover. Thankfully other guys are keeping him occupied. I've also zoomed in with the Z key, which is quite key, and sadly I'm getting a bit close to him, but luckily he's turning away. And now my little light friend, who's over E6 way, I think he is, yeah, he sees someone for me, so I managed to notice him, and I give him a little bit of a zap as well. Now when my cursor's going red, I'm reliably informed that that means I'm doing damage to someone, and the little ragdoll, as it's called, up in the top right hand corner is also saying damage. I have found on the earlier games I played with massive lag that often you'd see the ragdoll saying you'd done damage, but the cursor wouldn't necessarily go red, so you'd think you'd be doing really well and you weren't actually hitting anyone. Anyway, they're obviously doing a little hill peep here, and there's 3 or 4 of them, I think. So we've got a bit of a long range sniping match going on here. I'm trying to press the R key to highlight various people who I can, so that my teammates are aware that there are, 4 people there, and hopefully what weapons they've got. There's quite a lot of PPC, and I think there might even be a Gauss, I can't remember. And whilst I'm recording this audio, the screen's a little bit small for me to read the stuff up in the top right hand corner to confirm that. Anyway, wandering around here, trying not to present my right hand side to the enemy, which is a little bit tricky because I'm having to actually do a big loop. So basically what I'm getting nervous about here is people sneaking around the back of us, which is in fact what they are sort of actually doing. Machine guns, I'm not sure what exactly the range of them is, but I know that I've got a lot of ammo, so I'm quite happy to do it. And it's more of a suppression fire thing to make people try and run away a bit. So anyway, I'm getting snagged up on the terrain here, and I've just spotted someone who for some reason we can't highlight, so I'm wondering if they've got a little bit of ECM, and some of the signal strength is dropping on some guys. Thankfully, someone spots someone sneaking behind us, which could have been very embarrassing for us, so I decide to swing around and support. It gives me the other advantage of my left torso being presented to the enemy. That LRM boat is actually a Hunchback, so there's not a huge amount of LRM to worry about, thankfully. But anyway, this guy's pretty damaged, so I just decide to open up. And in addition, my heat hopefully doesn't go up too much when I'm firing this. Now, what is a little bit irritating is I did try setting up my mouse to fire on buttons 1, 2, 3 and 4, but it doesn't seem to be working in the game, so I'm going to have a look at that.
New target acquired.
Now I'm basically trying to tag as many people as possible for a bit of EXP and C-build boosts, but equally, of course, I am wanting to lock in on someone to get kills, because obviously once you start killing people, you can start steamrolling them. So this Centurion is going to be the primary focus of my attacks, and as you can see, I did him quite a bit of damage there. Anyway, I'm going to wander over here because there's someone to deal with, and I'm supporting my guy. I'm very worried about PPCs, but luckily we managed to muck that guy up. Raven's being a bit brave here. Luckily for him, I'm a chump and overheat. Now he's coming for my right torso, so I'm desperate to turn so he can't shoot it. I'm more than happy for him to shoot my left-hand side rather than my hump. So anyway, he's overheated or had a problem or something, so he's now taken care of. And there's the LRM boat. As you can see, it's packing, a reasonable amount of LRM, but not compared to something like a catapult or a stalker, which can just rain death on you. Anyway, he's a Hunchback, so obviously the hump is going to be the primary target once I get into position for that. And he is also, like me, hopefully trying to protect that. I seem to be overheating like mad here. I haven't quite got used to the heat build-up of the large lasers. I've only really ever toted medium lasers around. Now ideally, those large lasers would be ER PPCs. Of course, they don't have the great thing that you have with the large laser of instant kind of shooting. They kind of take a long time to travel, a bit like ballistics. Now thankfully I'm able to pour quite a bit of damage into him, and my teammates come to support, which is very, very useful. I'm starting to get a little bit far away from him here, but that's partly because I'm trying to protect myself, because I am getting fairly damaged on my right hand side there and going to lose my machine guns. Now I think he's going H5, so I mentioned that, but he actually comes back around, which walks him straight into my teammate there, so he's now got two of us to deal with, so he is going to have a little bit of problems. Anyway, that's him taken care of, so we've now got someone else to worry about, and there is someone who's obviously AFK as well, which is very unfortunate for them because it was a stalker, if I remember correctly. So anyway, we go off to deal with this guy, and then it will be off to the base. Now I'm feeling quite pleased because I've got quite a few component destructions and assists and kills, which isn't bad when you consider I'm packing 2 large lasers and 3 machine guns, which aren't that brilliant to be honest, but they're quite fun. Anyway, can't see where he's gone, and then someone thankfully does, and he's behind us, so I highlight the 2 guys who are left so we all know where everyone is, and obviously I'm trying to sneak in and get this guy whilst he's busy dealing with my 2 teammates in front of him. And he's glowing red quite nicely, so I might be able to steal the kill here, or at least get him killed. So in we come. He's in all sorts of bother now. Anyway, trying to get my arms into position, and we're going to unleash now. There you go. And I think he might take out my hump. I can't remember. I think he does. I think this is a great mech that he's in. I really do enjoy running around in one of these. But then again, I love the Hunchback. The biggest problem is that hump. Anyway, we take each other out quite nicely, but he comes off worse for the deal.
Machine gun destroyed.
There you go. So Betty's telling me I've wrecked my mech and I'm a very naughty boy. Anyway, large laser for the win, nice little zap, get some damage in so I can harvest some C-bills. Now this match is more like I want to do every match. I do have the odd real noob moment, and I must admit Sunday nights against all the American players who are obviously teaming up or just doing a really good pug team up, they were just owning me, and it was quite painful, I have to say. Anyway, this match went quite well for our team. A little bit of an imbalance, as you can see, 6-3. Anyway, I'm going to try and get some base capping points if I can without getting shot by my own teammates, which isn't always possible. So here you go, get a little bit of a capture bonus hopefully, and sadly I was hoping for a little bit longer than that. Anyhow, I'm quite pleased with myself. I thought that battle went quite well. So let's wait for the score to come up and see how I did. Well, that's pretty good. Second best in my team, and better than anyone in the other team, so I'm pretty pleased with that. The AFK guy, I think, really did hurt their team. Being down a stalker is really bad, because they're just beasts with their weapon loadout. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed watching the vid, and as I say, showed you both some good and bad things there. And overheating, I got to work on that. Target aiming, that's something else to work on, and learning to twist the mech, very, very important. And I picked that tip up from watching a few vids with like Centurions, Awesomes and Hunchbacks, so definitely something you should be doing in your match. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed it.